G'day there, ladies and gents. Hope everyone's doing good today. So I'm going into Algonquin Park, into a lake that I've never been to before. I'm gonna try and see if it holds any speckled trout. It says on the map that it does, so we're gonna go in there and see if we can catch us something. Looks like a pretty easy spot to get to, I guess. It's a little bit off the beaten path, but fairly easy. Maybe a little bit of a drag with the canoe, I don't know. Never been there before, so more of a scouting mission than anything. So I'm just going in here for the day, doing a little bit of brook trout fishing. Got all my stuff in the back. I don't really need it all, but I'll bring it just in case. Going about 40 kilometers away from my house, and I'd hate to get a flat tire or something just at dark and have nothing with me. So I'll bring it just in case, even though I don't need it. It looks like it's easy to get to on the map, but you never know. It's well, you just never know. Could be a little bit of a slog through the bush. We'll see. Should be fun. Fun either way. So if you're into this trout fishing kind of stuff, I'll tell you what. Go check out the Average Joe's Fishing Show. A couple of young lads from down the road from me, and I know their fathers myself. Focus, you son of a bitch. So I know their fathers, and if they're anything like their fathers, I would highly recommend you guys go over there and subscribe, because they got a plethora of information for you. Very good channel, actually. They give you a lot of their secrets, not secret spots, but how to catch them, how to rig up your lines, all that good stuff. So if you guys are into learning about trout fishing, or any kind of fishing really, go check them out. The Average Joe's Fishing Show. A couple of good lads from down the road from me. Yep, go check them out. Tell them Nature Bound sent you. If you can, go down in the comments and just say Nature Bound sent me. Subscribed. A couple of bears. Let's get up here and see if we can see them. Just ran across the road. Oh yeah. If I back up a bit, you can see it hanging onto the tree there. I'm fully zoomed. Oh, you might be able to see him going. Might have been able to see them going there. 3 bears, mother and 2 cubs. It's a little bit slow on the draw. Oh, there they go. A little bit slow on the draw with the camera, I guess. So, if you want to know what it's like to have your native card and try and use Algonquin Park, this is a pretty good example of what the M&R does to you. Puts a big berm right in the middle of the road that you can't cross with your truck. Why? Just so the Indians can't use it. That's all it is. Because why else would they do this? On a perfectly good road that goes into a lake. Hey? There's no creek, nothing, no creek running here. Now somebody's made a trail through the bush, but they literally had to cut their way through the bush to make this trail. They cut through the bush over here to get onto a skidder trail, so that they could get around this berm that the M&R has put here, just to spite the Indians. As soon as you get, pardon my ignorance for lack of better words, but as soon as you get past the area where the white man has to stop, only a couple kilometers later, you're going to find yourself a big berm so that the Indians cannot use it. Almost every road in Algonquin is like this. Pretty much almost every one. So I'm on the other side now with the truck. But thing that pisses me off is they come in here and they just totally rape the fucking land. They destroy it. And then they pay someone to come in here with an excavator. They literally pay someone to come and screw us over. After destroying our habitat, destroying the forest, literally destroying it, taking they probably took millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of trees out of here. Do the natives get any? No. All goes to your good old government, and then they come in and do this to you. Dig up the road for no reason at all. There goes a couple of bears. I better stop pushing because the cubs ran a different way. It's okay, Mr. Bear. Grab your kids and go. Well, that kind of sucks because that's where I was right about to go in. Oh, those are fresh, eh? Fresh right out of the oven, them ones. I'm not going to push them because that's just mean. Them little guys can hardly run. That's your big scary black bear. Gone as soon as I see you. So, this is where I'm parked. The lake is just down this trail here. And that corner, pretty much right there, that's where I seen the bears. Just gonna take a little walk down here first, see what kind of condition the trail's in. Trail's pretty nice, so I'm gonna get this stuff off the truck and down to the lake. All right, see you guys in a minute. Anyone have here? Not. All right, push myself off of here. Hopefully I don't tip. Shouldn't have said that. Whoa, Nelly. I gotta get around this big fucking log here. You guys are sitting up kind of high. I don't like that. You guys are gonna fucking fall over. This big log has gotta be right in the way, eh? All right. First few strokes on this lake, and we're gonna start casting. Looks like it'd be a good lake to camp on. It's nice and open around the edges, you know, all pine. Older pine. Check my drag. Well, I must do a little bit of trolling, I guess. Try and find them. Put that in there. Hopefully I don't get snagged. The rocks come up pretty sharply there. Go around the lake, see what I can see. See what I can catch. It's pretty nice out here with no bugs, I'll tell you. She's a pretty nice spot. A couple of loons out there on the water. I'm only using an 18 to 55, so 18 to 55 lens. So they're pretty close. Pretty rocky bottom here. Funny, I don't see any campsites though. I mean, it seems like it'd be a good spot to camp. Go around the shore a little bit, see what I can see. See a couple of good spots already. That'd probably be pretty good. Drops right off here. Well, I'm gonna take a few casts right here, I guess. Looks like a good spot. Almost looks like that might be a campsite, but I don't really see any trails going up to it. A couple of speckies would be nice, eh? I think we're gonna have to throw the worms on, because they just always work. Snaggeroo. Huh. Surprised that didn't let go whenever I was flicking my line. Yeah, she's rocky here, eh? Big boulders here, man. Sticking out. Oh, look at that. The loons are coming to see me. Huh, that's odd. What's with all the wildlife coming to see me lately? I better pull that in. It's quite rocky here. It is. Paint from old canoes. There's loons. They're coming behind me looking for fish, I guess. we'll do some more casting, or some trolling, I mean. Alrighty. Well, I'll turn you guys back on if I catch something. Nothing yet. It's a pretty good little drop off here though. Nice bank coming down. Should be good for one here, I'd say. This looks like a pretty good spot. Might go on shore over there and try a few casts with the worm later. It's a pretty small lake, so I'm just gonna go around the whole thing, check out the shoreline since I've never been here before, and find a good spot. Come back, fish the good spots, all the spots that I think are good. I'm already halfway around, so didn't take me too long, half hour. Pretty well gone around the whole lake now. Didn't catch anything, but I was only using a number 2 Black Fury Meps trolling, so I wasn't really expecting too much off of that. So now I'm gonna go back over there, I guess, where the river comes in, flows into here, and put a worm on, maybe fish from shore a little bit. Very good lake to fish from shore. You can pretty well fish anywhere, all the way around. So that's the plan, I guess. Just gonna throw a worm on, let it sink to the bottom, have a little trout come by and snag her up. That's the plan. That is the plan. Whether it works or not, who knows? That's what we're doing. It's actually a really nice lake. I like it. Hopefully the fish bite. Alright, got my box of goodies here. Take this Meps off. And we're gonna throw on a hook and a sinker. Just gonna use a red hook because they were on top. That's the only reason. And we'll throw a weight, I don't know, foot and a half above it. And forgot about my coffee. It's gonna be cold in there. Sure, it is cold. So for my bag of tricks, we got some grubs I found while doing the firewood. That's my previous, well, 2 videos ago. Throw one of those bad boys on and just sit here. Oh yeah. That's a big juicy one. Grab a big juicy one right off the hop. Big and juicy. Alright, I'm into the rhubarbs here, so I'll have to back out. Sit here for a few minutes, try my luck. Alright, let's go to the mouth of the river. Well, creek. Creek flows in here. Well, here's the first catch. Little chub. Or whatever that is, shiner. It's a minnow anyway. We'll throw him back. If I can get him off. Not what I was looking for, but I'm not skunked. We are looking for the trout. The big trout. I just took the weight off and let it just let it float down by itself. Hopefully I catch a couple out of here. It'd be kind of nice. It's kind of hard to get to. Well, it's off the beaten path quite a bit, so there's no campsites here, so I know nobody's fishing it hard. And they got the road all bermed up, the M&R, so people can't use it. Oh yeah, that's got to be good for at least 3. Nice juicy grub floating by. She's a pretty nice lake though. Beautiful day. Probably already 15 degrees. Well, 10. Bugger off, wind. Not today. She's kind of chilly over here. That wind is cold, actually. So I'm going to wimp out and go to the end of the lake with no wind. There's a pretty good drop off one side. We'll go test that out. Caught myself 2 shiners. 2 shiners so far. Not the target species. Still using the grub. Well, just my luck. No sooner did I get to this side and the wind shifted. She's not like glass over here anymore. Well, no bites, even on a grub, eh? Maybe it needs 2 grubs. That's the problem. Figured it would have been a little deeper right here with that bank coming down. Well, I'm just going to troll, I guess, because it's easier. Throw on something different. That should be good for a couple. We're going to throw a big juicy worm on there. Oh yeah. And we're not sure. Well, nothing yet. Which is actually kind of surprising. That's not going anywhere. Well, this wind is getting brutal. Hasn't let up all day. It's just a constant wind. Just doesn't stop. Not even, no breaks. No breaks, just constant wind. So, I don't know. Yeah. She's getting stronger. Can't even turn the canoe now. So, I guess being so windy, I'm just going to throw a Lucky Strike. What is it called? Lucky Strike Canada. I don't know the name. Lucky Strike, anyway. Throw a worm on there. Do a little bit of trolling, I guess. Because there's no way you can just sit there and cast. You get about 1 or 2 casts and then you're in the weeds. I even have a load in the front. Oh shit, what do I got here? Weeds. Fucking weeds. Now I'm in the cabbage. I mean, that spoon's got to be good for one, no? You would think. Probably good for a snag here. All these rocks. Maybe there's a reason there's no campsites on this lake. Bugs are starting. Well, I figured I would have been into one by now. I couldn't find my worm blower upper. That's my favorite technique. Just take like a little needle and blow air into the worm so it floats, and then I put a sinker about 16 inches above the worm, so then the worm floats. You just cast it out and leave it. But I couldn't find my worm blower upper. Don't know where that went. Would be nice to catch one, you know, coming all this way. I guess I'll just have to throw the old MEPS back on. I mean, that's got to be good for something, right? Jeez, look at that. I'd eat that. I don't know if you can see that herring over there. Right there. Oh yeah, there he goes. Weird, he was standing up on top of the jack pine. Well, no bites yet. Tried everything in the book, so I'm just going to do some casting off shore, I guess. So this is what I'm doing. I got a grub, and then, oh, I don't know, about 2 feet below it, I have a weight just to go onto the ground. And let that suspend a couple feet into the air. just kind of like a wacky rig setup, you know. If you want a really good example of how to set that up, go visit the Average Joe's Fishing Show. I'll put a link in the description of the video. They do a really good write-up, or they do a really good demonstration of how to set this line up the way I've done it. I mean, it's nothing new. It's just like a wacky setup, wacky rig. Pretty good little channel they got there. Surprised they don't have more subscribers. Yeah, pretty good little channel. I think they're almost at 900 subscribers. Be nice to get them over the 1,000, you know. Start getting paid. It's always nice. I mean, you don't make a lot off of the videos, but whatever. Better than a kick in the bag, I guess. Just got a grub. A couple of grubs on a hook. 2 feet down from that, I got my weights. Just gonna cast it out, let it sit on bottom. Grubs will be a couple feet off bottom. Pretty basic setup. Basic, but hopefully effective. Because everything else is not effective so far. Bite would be nice. Well, that's the thing with trying new lakes. You don't know where the sweet spots are. All you can do is try, I guess. I don't even know if there's anything in this lake. It said brook trout, but gotta be good for a bite here. Well, pretty slow. So, the bite is pretty slow on this lake, that's for sure. I haven't even got a nibble. So I guess back in the canoe, I'm gonna go way over to that end and do the same thing I'm doing right now. Get out of the canoe, throw a couple from shore, see what happens. That's about all I can do, I guess. Back here where the creek runs in, still got the same setup on. The wacky style rig. Now if I don't get a bite here, then there's no fish in this lake. Or they're not biting today anyway. One or the other. Got a big juicy worm on there. Big juicy worm. Oh yeah. Tighten up the line a bit. Yes, if I don't get a bite here, well, I don't know what to say. Because this should be the best spot. River, well, it's a creek. Creek coming in. Bringing bait fish with it. I took a little walk up the creek. It was kind of too shallow to fish. There's a bit of a waterfall about 60 yards up the creek, so can't see any trout getting past that. Something's nibbling on it. Whatever it is very tiny. I'm gonna say there's officially no fish in this lake. I've tried trolling. I've tried casting. I've tried throwing off ashore. I tried drifting. And all around the lake too. So, I didn't even get one nibble. Not even a nibble. Lots of bait fish in here though. Lots of minnows, so I'm just gonna go up the creek a little bit. See if I can get up there. Maybe there would be some water running out here, I don't know. Go check that. Not even a nibble. It's not very deep in here though. 15 feet is about the deepest I've seen it. So yeah. Eric's not doing real hot today for fishing. I fish pretty hard too. Been constantly fishing. Haven't stopped really, other than paddle around. Usually you'd get one or two by now, if the lake was any good. I mean, I'm using a worm. There's a tadpole. At least get a nibble, you know? Lots of bait fish. Almost expecting to get a bite, you know? All these minnows in here. Well, I think I'm just gonna throw the spinner back on, because I don't know, this isn't working. I mean, the lake is beautiful. Perfect lake. Other than, it's pretty shallow all the way around. Even out in the middle, didn't seem very deep. Maybe that has something to do with it, or maybe it's just my skills. I don't know. Seem to do pretty good everywhere else, though. For the amount that I fished today, I should have caught something. I guess that's what happens when you go to a new lake. Look at, you can't even see me. Don't know unless you go. Snagged already. I tell you, this rod is the worst for going around the tip. Just the tip. 10-minute video of nothing. Sweet. I don't know, tried about 20-30 casts. Nothing. Nothing followed it, nothing. Pretty hard to make a fishing show if you're not catching fish, eh? It's gonna be more of a Algonquin Park exploratory trip. Exploring Algonquin, I guess. Never been here, so I mean, there's probably a reason my dad never took me here. He's been to a lot of lakes. He used to mark trees in the bush, so in the Algonquin. He's been to a lot of lakes. He's never mentioned this one. Probably for good reason. Oh well. It's a beautiful lake though. Absolutely beautiful. You would think there's campsites all over the place because it's open, you know? But then you get up to the shore and nothing. I mean, you could put a campsite anywhere. Almost anywhere along the shore here, except for the one side. It's too steep, but... Too hard to get to when they burn the road. Oh well, it's been a slice, I guess. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay here. Oh, there goes it. Thought it was a fish, it was a tadpole. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay here. If I'm not catching nothing, I might just try going in the middle. Trolling back and forth a couple times with the spinner on, the MEPS. So, it's been a while since I've done the old YouTube thing, I guess. What's up with, did put a video out, me doing the wood, and me with my cousin Jeff. So I guess I'm probably owe some people an explanation. Well, I don't owe anybody anything, I guess. What the fuck? Anyways, like I was saying, so I guess I probably owe some people on here an explanation as to why I haven't been on YouTube for a while. And the short answer is I was very sick. Very, very sick. I did not have the energy or the means to be able to do a video. I wanted to do a video on what the sickness is, but they can't figure it out, or didn't figure it out. Slept for almost an entire year, solid, every day, all day, 24 hours a day. Some days I didn't even wake up. So many different symptoms to list. Long story made short is I was very sick. I'm actually surprised I made it through. But I did a video last year. I was kind of felt a little bit better. Up to Caracajou Creek or Caracajou Lake. That just about killed me. That took all my energy. It was only about a 2 kilometers of portaging and maybe 2 kilometers of paddling, and that took me almost all day. Almost all day, and I was wiped when I got to the end, man. So I have put a couple of videos out, I guess. A couple of bushcraft videos. They were close to home. So I was, I don't know, starting to feel a little bit better. It comes in phases, eh? I mean, I was sleeping so long, it's hard to even put all the time together. All the different times. I kind of lost a year there. 2 years. Weak and weak. Holy fuck, I'm weak. I'm about a quarter of the man I used to be. Strength-wise. Used to be a pretty big boy. Pretty strong. You wouldn't think so, but at my peak I was about 255 pounds. Not a whole lot of fat on me, some fat, but there was a lot of muscle there. Had 18-inch arms. One point, I'd be lucky if they're 12 now. 14. Anyways, in case anybody wanted to know where I've been, I know a couple of yous do. At least one or two. At least one or two of yous wanted to know where I was. Out of the 6,000 some subscribers. So yeah, I wish I could tell you what it was. Guess I should go over the symptoms. But I kind of forget them all. It's just everything. Every friggin' symptom there was, man. I don't know if it was a stroke, or a heart attack, or Lyme disease, or what. Thyroid, I have no idea. Checked her all. Everything seems good. Yeah. First started, I just like a regular old sickness. You just feel shitty in the stomach one day. And then I went and was sick in the bathroom, and coming out I noticed my face was drooped. The left side of my face was hanging down. Felt like somebody had literally kicked me in the chest and then stood on it. And that lasted for almost a year. It kind of slowly went away. Burning feet, and more burning feet. They still kind of burn sometimes. Not as much though. I never really lost my appetite. I could always, like when I woke up, I could always get up and eat. So I could always get up and eat. I never really lost my appetite is one good thing, I guess. I did lose a lot of weight because I was only eating one meal a day. Sometimes I didn't eat at all. If I woke up, I ate. After I ate, I went right back to bed. Didn't get up until the next day. So there was a lot of bad hygiene going on then, I guess you would say. I don't know if that had anything to do with my teeth, but all my teeth are rotten, every single one. All of them. They were falling out in big chunks. Just like half my tooth would fall out at once. And I had perfect teeth before I got sick, and I know for a fact because I went and got 2 cavities filled. That was it. I've always had real nice teeth. Yeah, now they're gone. Literally gone. Cost me probably $20,000, $30,000 to get them fixed, I'm guessing. Which is sad because I spent a lot of money on them. That's pretty sad. That's the one thing that bugs me, you know, is my teeth. I mean, you gotta smile, right? Going to meet people, go and smile and they're all black. I mean, I don't know, I brushed my teeth whenever I could. Whenever I did, I don't know. But they're all gone. Every one of them. Every single one of them. They're not gone, they're just decayed and gross. Fucking nasty, man. It's too bad. I spent a lot of money on my teeth. A lot of money. Yeah. I mean, I brush my teeth every fucking day. Brushed my teeth every day, still didn't work. Like I guess I smoked cigarettes, and since I got sick, I stopped smoking the marijuana. Well, that was after I got sick, I guess. It's more recent. Still smoke cigarettes, I guess. That's one bad thing. I stopped eating sugar. Haven't had any sugar for... I used to take 2 scoops of sugar in my coffee. Stopped that. Yes. What other symptoms do I have? Did I have? Sore. Just all around sore bones all the time. And this is like in a full 2-year period. The worst was, well, at the start was felt like somebody was sitting on my chest the entire time for a good year and a half. And the second worst symptom, I guess, was the burning feet, which I still have sometimes. It was real bad though, like every day, all day, just burning feet, burning. You couldn't get rid of them. Couldn't get rid of it anyway. Tried everything. The only thing that finally ended up helping me is I ate nothing but meat for 2 weeks. Didn't eat any grains or anything. Only meat. Beef and chicken for 2 weeks. That got rid of them. Got rid of the burning feet finally. don't even know how to describe it. Just burning. Brain fog. I get brain fog every now and again. Well, actually quite a bit. Simple math. That's another thing. That's the first thing I noticed, is just when I was working. I had my own landscaping company. And whenever I was trying to do math, like simple things, like should I put 2 inches on or take 2 inches off? I just couldn't figure it out for the life of me. Just real basic shit, like 2 plus 2 is 6, you know? Like what? That was the first thing I noticed, and then my legs started getting sore. There's a duck, mallard, male mallard going by. Then my legs started getting real sore. One day at supper time, I was eating, and then I just got real sick, like a flu coming on. You know how your stomach goes, and you're just like, oh, I gotta puke. I went in and puked. Coming out, I noticed my face was all drooped, and my chest started to get real tight, and then all the rest of the symptoms from there, and that lasted and then I started getting real tired, more tired, and more tired, and then I'd sleep more and more and more. And then, oh yeah, it felt like my kidneys or whatever, liver, was starting to get hard. That's what it felt like. It was starting to get hard. It was sore. I don't know what other symptoms I had. Brain fog, memory loss, I had fainting, seizures, started to have seizures. That was after I started to start to feel better. I started having seizures, or whatever. I think they were seizures, small seizures. I woke up on the floor one day, dog licking me, and my dad said I was sitting there talking to him. I don't remember any of it. Sitting there talking to him, and then all of a sudden I just fell backwards and smashed my head off the ground. Laid there for like a minute unconscious. And then the next thing I remember is waking up at the table and I was eating. I don't remember talking to my old man. I don't remember getting anything to eat. I don't remember anything except for when I woke up, I asked what the hell happened. Kind of all over the place with this story. It's kind of chopped together. Me all over the lake telling the story, just so it's not as dragged out for you guys. It's a 20-minute video so far of me blabbing about it. Yes. Gone to Pembroke, I don't know, a dozen times, to the hospital, blood work, yada yada yada, everything, tests. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. I wish I did though, because then I could tell people. Maybe if they hear this story, they're having the same symptoms, they might figure it out. And if you do figure it out, write it down in the comments, and maybe I can go get tested for that. I mean, you think a stroke or a heart attack or any of that kind of stuff, they would figure that out, eh? Lyme disease came back negative. I thought for sure it was Lyme disease because I've had ticks on me, and when I look at the symptoms on Google there, I have almost every symptom. Well, I did have every symptom almost in order. They were on the website. I know a couple of yous on here have asked me if I wanted to do a collaboration, and I kind of refused. Holy shit, the loons are right there. Hello, Mr. Loonies. I mean, I gotta get it, eh? Well, I don't know if they're gonna pop back up right here, but it should be right about there. They were literally like right here. I looked over and they're just looking at me. Then when I grabbed the camera, they disappeared. Of course. That's how she goes, eh? Where are yous? Where are yous now? Under for a long time. Oh, there they are, way out there. Too far for this little lens. Yes, it's too bad. I got sick because I was doing a landscaping job and I didn't get it finished in the winter time before it started snowing. The guy still owes me quite a bit of money, but I didn't finish the job, so I'm not going to ask him for it. Probably like 5,000 bucks. But you can't get your money if you don't finish the job, eh? Oh well, such be life, I guess. Well, if you're somehow still here at the end of this video, here, let me turn around so you can see my face. Well, I just want to thank everyone for watching. If you're somehow still here at the end of this video, it would mean a lot to me if you hit that subscribe button. I know everybody says it, but it does help. Alrighty, well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a great day. She's a dandy pack, boy. I like her. Do her in 2 trips. Hurry that up with me, I guess.